Hey, I'm Steve Brown with the Brown team here at EXP, and we're in Blue Springs. I just wanted to go over some unique value propositions as a buyer's agent. I enjoy showing buyers. I enjoy meeting people. We've helped a lot of folks over the years. We've helped people buy and sell over 1,000 houses. But I enjoy buyers, first-time home buyers especially. But 5 things I can think of right off the top of my head. When I go out with a buyer, I honestly am looking at that house like I'm going to buy it. I really do check it out and I point things out. And I think where agents go wrong, and I've heard feedback from buyers, is they just kind of stand there and they don't give any feedback to the buyer. And the buyer is looking for somebody that will give their opinion on things. And that's important because they want to feel like that you're there with them as an agent walking through the house and experiencing it with them, and that you're giving them, good advice or saying what you think. It's okay to say what you think, especially first-time home buyers because they've never done it before. So I look at it like I want to buy it. The next thing is I do look for problems. I do. That's what I feel like we should do as agents. I'm not going to make something sound great or look great when it's not. So I'm looking for issues as soon as I pull up in the driveway. I'm looking at the gutters, I'm looking at the soffit, I'm looking at the roof, I'm just looking at the siding, the windows. I want to start pointing things out as soon as we pull up in the driveway. When I get out with the buyer, I don't just rush inside the house. We walk around the house. We're looking at the foundation on the outside. We're looking at the trees. Looking at everything on the exterior before we walk inside to see if there's any potential problems right away. So when we go inside, especially the basement, we can go down there and see if if that crack we saw on the outside is a problem on the inside. And especially when walking inside, I'm pointing out things, updates, if it's not updated, if I see any kind of issues going on with the settling in the house, stains on the ceiling. It's really important, I feel, to point all this stuff out, because buyers, sometimes they don't see the things that we as an agent will say to them. And we have lots of experience. If we've shown lots of folks, then we have lots of experience, been through inspections, so we hear what the inspectors say, so we should pass that on. So I do look for that kind of thing to point out to the buyers. And also if the buyers are pointing things out that I feel could be something in that 10% that they could change after they move in. Like, there's always something you do when you move in. I point out that it may not be that big of a deal, and then maybe they can change out those countertops or carpet in time. The third thing I like to do too is just talk about the process with the buyer, especially a first-time home buyer. I think it's important as an agent, when you're showing buyers, that they understand the process. And when I meet the buyer at the first home, I want them to understand from looking to making an offer, getting accepted, all the way up to closing. And I explain to them the different steps and the different contingencies, because sometimes people are worried that they're going to be locked into a house, but there's different contingencies, there's different process, there's inspections, appraisal, there's different things that they need to know about. So I like explaining the process, and I always repeat myself over time. I think it's important that buyers know the process. So when they leave me, they're going to know what's going on, and I give them that. The fourth thing is not just the house and the condition of the house on the outside and the inside, but what's the neighborhood like? What is the neighbors doing? What is the neighborhood doing? Is it maintaining its value? Is there things around the house that could be a minus to their investment? Because this is an investment. This is a house you're buying to have it appreciate value and use that equity maybe to invest with, or maybe to improve your home with. Or if you sell down the line, you want it to be worth more, and you can use that towards your next purchase. So the neighborhood and the neighbors, they matter. If you're investing and spending a good amount of money, that's something that's important. And then the last thing, I guess, the number 5 is I really will show until the person finds the right house. Because one thing we always say is we don't want you to settle. The market can be up and down and crazy and this and that, but that doesn't mean that you gotta react to the market. You know what you want, and you don't want to settle, and you want to make sure when you make an offer on one that it hits all the squares and it fits everything that you want to make that offer. So we're big on not settling, and if you decide you want to keep looking with us, we will keep looking until you find the right one. Those are 5 things that pop into my head right away, but we really want you to get the right house, and we do enjoy helping folks do that. I hope that helps. That's the value that I think that we bring that's the most important.